Good. Nice to see you again. I'm enjoying the on the Nickelodeon thing.
The old Fernwood Tonight
Yeah, those are great fun to watch.
12 years ago. It's not that much fun to see myself that much thinner with that much more hair, but it's nice to see quality television back on the air.
Yeah, it's very funny, and I always mention this. You and Fred Willard together, that was a great combination.
Never even met the man before the first
right?
day of taping. We just came in, and all of a sudden I realized I was working with one of the larger idiots in the industry, and you can imagine my delight.
Yeah.
And so we just went from there.
Have you guys done anything? I know you did the series on HBO, The White...
History of White People in America. We did that together.
Has there been any talk of doing like a feature film?
No, not really, but I think there is now, and you've started it. I'm all for it. I'm free to do that, actually. I'm not even penciled in anywhere.
Now, you're actually in New York now, making arrangements for
an art show. It'll be at the Helander Gallery on West Broadway, and it opens early part of April, and I'm absolutely thrilled about it. It's my life's work. Yeah. Anyone who's seen my films and other work knows that painting must be my life's work. And I'm very proud of it. It means a lot to me, and it'll be in April, and there'll be posters and books and everything like that.
Now, we can go down there and look at the work and also purchase the work?
And bring your checkbook. Yep. And it's priced way up there, too, so you really have a feeling that... You know, there's nothing worse than going in and paying like $10 for a piece of art, and someone says, that's got to be crap. You know? Yeah. But when you're paying these kind of prices, you know.
Now, do you have any... Do you have any sofa-sized arts?
Sofa-sized? There are a couple, actually, that could qualify as sofa-sized.
And how would you describe what it is you do?
Boy, I could describe it, but it would turn into something that would be almost like a serious version of the Bob Costa show. Something that should almost be on PBS. But I'm not serious about it, so...
But are there a couple of terms that would apply, and I won't know what they mean, but people might know?
Well, there's no, like, idiomatically, there's no, like, theme to the picture. They're not, like, all pictures of Indian chiefs, or, you know, or something like that.
Clowns. Do you do clowns?
No, I've stayed away from clowns.
No, but what I'm clumsily trying to get out here is a word that would describe the technique used, the style applied.
Oil on linen.
Oil and linen.
Oil on linen.
Yeah.
It's
one of the toughest stains to get out. If you're a homemaker, you know what we're talking about.
And pricey as well.
But is it like abstract? Is it impressionistic? Is it, you know, those terms?
I would have to think for the layperson, the person who, there are some people who, of course, need to put labels on things in order to pigeonhole them in their limited vocabulary. It is representational of sorts, working a lot of figure ground kind of things.
And witty, as I recall seeing a few of these things before.
Yes, some of them are witty, more in the titles, I think, which I'm not going to give any right now.
Right.
But
so this will be sometime in the spring?
This will be sometime in the spring, and I'm looking forward to it.
And this is what you do all day, every day when you're at home in California?
Absolutely. That's actually why I'm here this time. You paid for the ticket, of course, but... But I'm in town to talk to them about making prints and everything.
Now, do you get up early in the morning and start painting?
No, I work till, I start about 9 o'clock at night when the family has finally said goodnight for the night, and then I'll work till about 2 in the morning, and that way my daughter gives me some peace.
Yeah. Does she sometimes come in and watch what you're doing? Does she like what you're doing?
Very much. She's a little artist herself. She likes to draw. She likes to make books with the yarn binding and that kind of thing, and comes in with little cute sayings.
How old is she now?
She will be 5 November 1st.
And do you think she might herself want to become an artist one day?
That would be my hope, but according to her, she has other plans already. I asked her what she wanted to be, and she said that she wanted to be a vet.
A vet? Yeah.
And I talked to her, and I said, oh, really, Maggie? I said, does that mean that if a little doggy or a kitty is... She goes, that's right, I would make them better. And I said, well, what if you're a vet, what if when you're a vet, I bring you a turtle who's sick? Would you be able to take care of that? Thinking I could trick her a little. Yeah. She says, well, Dad, when I'm a vet, you'll be dead. So it's a delight having the little peckers around the house.
You'd want them asleep when you were working.
They just make your everyday.
We'll pause here and collect ourselves and be right back with Martin Mull. Martin Mull is here. Had a lot of calls from people during the first part of the show. They phone up and they ask, is Tammy Wynette on the program? Yes. Tammy Wynette is here.
Looking forward to that.
Art Donovan, did you meet Art Donovan?
Yes, I did. Yeah, he's a very attractive man. I thought he was Mickey Spillane at first,
Yeah,
and then I realized he was Art Donovan.
Art Donovan. He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he looks a little like Mickey Spillane, a wonderful ball player.
Are you excited about the football season so far? How the Browns now, I understand last night they lost, right?
The Browns did not look really up to form last night, but my heart is unswayed. I am still a diehard Cleveland Browns fan. In fact, from here, I will be going to San Francisco to watch them take on the 49ers.
Yeah.
And I wish the 49ers good luck, because I think the Browns are going to be stocked for that one.
Are you still doing your field goal kicking?
Still go out and kick 2-3 times a week at least. This is true. I can't play tennis. It's wimpy.
Right.
I can't jog, you know. Why run? I have 2 cars. To go out and run makes so little sense.
I remember when you tried running, when you lived at the beach, you would run a little bit, but what was the problem?
The ice would fly out of your drink.
Exactly.
The cigarettes are going out. It's absurd. But I have a car, why run? So I go out and kick. I hit 2 from 47 yards.
47. Now, you always like to try and kick your
My age.
Right, yeah.
As long as I can continue to hit from the same distance of my age,
Right.
then I will stay in relatively good shape.
Now,
I'm
this
47, I hit from 47.
This is not soccer style, as I recall.
Oh, no, this is American.
Now, do you have a tee? Do you have somebody holding for you?
I have a tee, and I try to make sure that there's no one around. Not even to witness it.
Now, have you done it when somebody will snap you the ball and place it without a tee and actually simulate game conditions?
Yeah, from very short distances.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I need to sit back and almost put myself in a Zen frame of mind. Look at the ball, envision it going through the uprights. You actually envision it, and then you do it, and it's quite poetic when it really
and very
happens.
satisfying, I would think.
It's extremely satisfying on a lot of levels.
Now, when you go to see the Niners and the Browns play, will you be on the sideline for the Browns?
Sidelines.
Yeah.
In fact, it has been, I don't know whether I can make good on this, but it was mentioned to me by one of the people who's invited me that at one point I may be allowed to take a water bottle or something in loco coaches, or whatever the term is, in lieu of a coach, or in loco parentis.
I don't
It's
know.
Latin.
Oh, okay.
Latin. I don't know if the word coaches.
I went to a
coaches?
state college. I'm sorry.
Paul could maybe tell us if coaches is a Latin word, is it?
Is it?
Okay.
Well, it's been at the
But
desert,
to go
you
out
know.
to the actual huddle during the game and talk to the guys.
Now, would that be fun, or would you feel...
It would be so much fun. I realize that it's probably silly to some people, but not to me.
Now, how do you think the players would respond to it? In the middle of a game, they look up and it's TV boy out there with their water.
Well, I would think, though, annoyed. I think they would feel annoyed, and that their position of importance in American culture is demeaned by my being there. But then what do I care?
Exactly.
I'm having fun.
You made a pretty good living doing that kind of thing. Sure.
Absolutely.
And how much longer are you going to be in New York?
Well, hopefully until the weather clears. I hate this kind of weather because it makes my hair so wimpy.
Yeah. It does odd things to mine. It makes mine a little curlier than it really ought to be.
I don't know when I was little, I used to have problems with, like, really wimpy hair, and the only thing I could use was Brill cream. One time I actually, I actually used Crisco, if anybody ever has the same problem. Only problem there was I was sitting at the basketball game with this girl, and I hear this buzzing, and it's flies. And they would land like the La Brea Tar Pits. They would land with their feet, and they couldn't get gone. And then looked in the mirror at halftime. It looked like those oranges your mother makes with cloves.
Yeah, cloves in a hand.
Just kind of comb out the carnage and then go back to try to win her over.
Then you go back to win her over. Yeah. Let's see.
I feel better now, honey.
Can you come back when we get a little closer to your actual painting exhibition downtown?
I would love to.
All right, great,
absolutely.
Great. Good to see you. Have a lovely fall.
Thank you.
Martin Mull, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Well, not enough people know how hard we work.